Looks like Pastor Mukuba is suing or has sent out law paperwork to another YouTuber, and this time is mabochobocho. And so he's made an episode where he's talking about video removal and all that entire jazz. So I'm gonna be talking about that right now, but I want to just give a small little heads up. On this particular episode, it's a story dump. Story dump. What are story dumps? Let me explain first so that you are clear. Story dumps, it's when I mostly just put a lot of stories which have the similar topic, and I don't want to make individual episodes, and it's things I could have spoken about before. And so the mabochobocho story, it's a new one because he recently posted a video about it, and then we're gonna go to the TD Jakes story, because remember I mentioned that TD Jakes was filing a lawsuit against a gentleman that accused him of doing things and wanting things and whatnot and the whole nine. So there was a lawsuit that I spoke about in December that TD Jakes had filed. Now I want to give a small little update concerning what's been happening about that. It's the Christianity Show with the daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time over here to the show, check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments, and I'm going to check you out over there. So first of all, let's start with the mabochobocho story. Now, straight up here, mabochobocho story is not exactly clear. You'll remember that I did announce that Apostle Simon Mukwena had declined his interview when he started, when he went and did a podcast with another lady and said, you know what, if he wants to respond through my channel, it's not necessary. And so I did mention that Mukwena had said that he was pursuing a legal route concerning that. So he was announcing the legal route. So we don't know right now if he has been served or if he has not been served concerning that case. But this particular one pertains Pastor Mukuba.
Kapa tsena tse hlahang e le diqoso ha re di tloele fela, mme re la ga shebisana hore ho a lokela hore re di oppose ka mantswe a mang, re hanane le tsona le rona re le khotleng re lo hanana le ditaba tsena. Itse monna ha kopa re ska ba bua dintho tse ngata mono. Motho e bang hona jwale o nkile bohato bona ba re a rise le khotleng he ka pelenyana jwalo ho jwalo ke Pastor Mukuba. Pastor Mukuba ke ena nkile bohato bono jwale re itse he wena motho e motle re phethe dintho ka paretse dintho ka tsela e tshwanetseng ya hore re ikamahanye le melao le melawana ya lekgotla ho ya ka mokgwa o lekgotla le batlang ka teng.
Now this is where it's not clear, okay? I think he made an episode, but he was more focused on his work as a whole, to say, you know, we talk about the things of God and all that, and I think he forgot to give the details because it's not clear in the video that he gave who's suing for what. And so he spoke about a video being removed and having to remove a video or some type of a video, but they might have made a video, said something about Mukuba, and Mukuba sent them letters to say remove the video. Now the reason why I say it's not clear, maybe somebody understood it, you can explain it down in the comment section. He did say that they wanted to go to court for it, and so he was asking people for donations, saying they wanted to go and respond and defend their case pertaining that particular aspect. So that's why I was not very clear to say, is it that there is another lawsuit, or is it that the lawsuit that he's speaking about is that Mukuba is the one who is suing them, because he mentioned Mukuba. But then there was a video that needed to be removed, and then they wanted to defend that in court. So the video didn't make that clear on that. And so until there's an update, then I'll update you if there need be concerning that. And so there is something that is happening concerning, because he did show a bunch of papers concerning a lawsuit. So meaning they were sent out papers or sermons on subject matters of things that they might have put on their platform that Mukuba did not want. And so there was that, but it's just that I was not clear. Maybe he did say it, but it was just a little bit here and there. Now, this takes me straight to Bishop T.D. Jakes' story. Now, you'll remember Bishop T.D. Jakes had announced that Youngblood, the particular gentleman who went to Larry Reid's interview and said that there were certain things that happened and whatnot, Youngblood was getting sued by Bishop T.D. Jakes. The lawsuit has not started. Let's be very clear. The lawsuit has not started. So what update did I want to give here is that Bishop T.D. Jakes has been trying to gain a little bit of a public eye concerning this lawsuit, even though it has not started. He's been speaking a certain way. He's been sounding a certain way. Even the message that they did at Crossover, it sounded like he was hinting at, support for a fight and whatnot, and fighting be, it sounded a little bit too much. But that's because they'd been doing things at the background on lawsuits that don't go anywhere. Let me explain. So they filed this paperwork right here that you're seeing. And this paperwork, they filed it so that the judge who's going to be handling this case can subpoena to get information out of Larry Reid. Larry Reid is the guy that did the interview. So they sent out paperwork to try and get details or further details concerning the person speaking, which is Youngblood, right? And so now that whole thing was not necessary. Them filing that paperwork was not necessary, as I understand it, because I was like, okay, is it still part of the lawsuit? And so until I heard a lawyer breaking it down that the paperwork is not even necessary, because within the US court system they have a thing or a period within a case where they call it discovery, and during discovery the judge would actually do that himself. He will, if need be, during discovery put out required details concerning the person who is been thinking. So that seemed to be a way to involve the podcaster into the lawsuit. It's just publicity. That's all it is. Now, if you listen to the video that I made when this lawsuit was announced, this is exactly what I said. What is this really what they want to do, or is this especially the health scare thing, especially looking at the fact that not long after that he then said that he had almost died, but then they called it a little health scare. Why will you call it a little health scare and then say you almost died? Don't make sense. It don't make no sense. But when that video came out, I was like, it's a bit suspicious. It looks like he's trying to make a case to say this thing is stressing him out, or this entire thing of the podcast is stressing him out. And so this particular update, I wanted to give it because when you look at the paperwork, the judge actually dismissed it. Of course. It was not necessary. He's just wasting time. Why do you want to do that when the court is going to do that themselves? So this tells you, or it says exactly what I was saying in December. Some of these churches, they get so used to publicity to a point where they just want to keep being in the public eye, even though it is not. So that whole thing, personally, still not falling for it. Still, it's just pretty much what it is. Why would they be filing paperwork to the court? That's not necessary that the court or the judge would ask for. It's a whole thing. The US court system works a bit different, but he's doing these things for publicity, for church thingy, to look like a hero, like he's going out there, he's fighting. So for me personally, it goes back exactly what I was saying when I said they're probably doing this for publicity. But I wanted to talk about those lawsuit thingy and legal issues, because some of those I've talked about before. I'll see you guys in the next episode. If I do get any particular updates concerning these episodes, other episodes done today, they'll be down in the pinned comments. So check them out and I'll see you over there.